Welcome back to me playing Tomb Raider across 3 different systems, the Sony Playstation, the Sega Saturn and the more contemporary Remaster. Today I'm playing Palace Midas for the first time ever on the Sega Saturn. The furthest I've ever got back when I played this on the Sega Saturn was the level before, Colosseum, and I didn't really get very far into that level before I kind of chickened out of it, I guess, as a little kid. But I've played through this game quite a lot since, and I've never got this far on the Sega Saturn version. One thing I have discovered now, going back up to this level, playing through the last few levels, is there are a lot of differences along the way in the Sega Saturn version versus like every other version I've played, like mobile, PlayStation, etc. And I'm very interested to see if these are going to continue in Palace Midas. So usually I start the video like when I'm actually loading up the level, but I wanted to show you something that I noticed, like another little difference. All my life, now I've noticed, this loading screen is like you're at the top of the mountain. So the Sega Saturn actually has a completely different loading screen for the Greek levels. So that's like one significant difference, but there's so many other little differences, like levers being in different places, bits of floor textures missing, very different. Right, let's get into this. Okay. Oh, why am I swimming? Oh, is there a current there? That's interesting. Like, for example, let's see if... Yeah, okay, yeah, so she swims when she goes near that. I don't think that was something that was in... God, the warping on her head. You can see her head warping. Right, let's see if I can get this right. C is drawing the guns out. Okay, so Palace Midas is a very combat heavy level, and we're going to see this straight away. Let's go in here. This is probably the worst room for the combat, like straight away. Just keep some distance because there's going to be a lot of gorillas in this level. There's that one. God, they run so fast, don't they? Okay. There's going to be a lot of gorillas and lions in this level. And if you can just sort of take your time and pick them off one by one. Where's the next one? I'm sure there's one coming from around here somewhere. Nope, that's not it. Right, where's Vol? Oh my god. Oh yeah, Vol is R, isn't it? There we go. Okay, trying to figure out the controllers again. Oh, okay. Yeah, so there's going to be a lot of animal murder on this particular video. Oh, we've got another gorilla coming. Yeah, of course there is. Another 2. Oh, another 3. Oh, Jesus Christ. Right, okay. Oh, here comes another one. Of course they do. My God. Tarzan is not going to be happy with this. Right, okay. So that's them for now. Right. So, Palace Midas is a very, very interesting level. Probably one of the most iconic Tomb Raider levels. Aside from all of the killing, it's just got some incredible puzzles. And... Right, that's the garden, isn't it? Yeah, that's the garden. Okay, so we need to open that garden. Oh, right. Once again, the Sega Saturn version is quite dark, so... Oh wait, it's going to be a crocodile here, isn't there? Luckily, crocodiles don't take a lot to kill. That's that done. Did I just... I think I just took damage running into it as it was dying and flailing about. So yeah, we're going to have a lot of this. I was considering, I don't know why I forgot to do this, I was considering doing this level entirely with the shotgun. Main reason why is because Pierre doesn't actually show up in this level. It's the only Greek level where he doesn't show up. There we go, 2 lines there. Hang on. Could have planned this better, couldn't I? Oh my god, man. Right, okay, we're gonna have to heal. And there's another enemy down here. I can't remember if it's a gorilla or a lion. Either way, it's very badly placed. Once you go pop around the corner, so you've got no other choice. It's a gorilla. Right, yeah. So, I mean, just the first thing I'm going to do is clear out some space. But so far I'm not seeing any major difference in like the design of the level or anything like that so far. But I haven't interacted with the puzzles. I've also got to try and remember where all the secrets are in this, this particular level. And I know from what I've read, I think there are 45 secrets in... Oh, it's just bats. I believe there are 45 secrets in the PlayStation version and only 44 in the Sega Saturn version of this game. I don't know where the difference is in that regard. So I'm still waiting to see if I come across that, because I'm not specifically, you know, going to be too hung up if I miss a secret on any of these levels. But I am, at the same time, going to try to get all the secrets. Just because, you know, it's extra loot, effectively. Right, let's go to the main puzzle room. Now that we've cleared out a bunch of space. You know what? Let's do it. So much simpler. So much simpler. Yeah. Right, here we go. That was actually, this reminds me, there's a glitch that's very famously enacted on this level. It can be done pretty much anywhere in the game. Anywhere where there's a corner. Okay, hang on. What's walk again? L. Okay, it's the left shoulder. So confusing if you come from PlayStation. But yeah, I wonder if this glitch works in the Sega Saturn version. We're going to find out. Where's that? Oh, it's over there. Also, now that I think about it, there's a difference already. I'm pretty sure when you come into this room, there's music playing. Just that, like, one. I'm pretty sure that plays when you come here. It was eerily silent coming into the main puzzle room. Right, okay, where's look? There. I'm getting used to this, bit by bit. I'm trying to remember where all the levers are for opening, like, the garden, for example. We're going to need to get into there, definitely. Right. Wouldn't it be funny if it's actually low enough? No, it's not low enough. Okay, so we still need to enact the glitch. Let's see if the glitch works. Basically, if you don't know this game, what you do is you jump, you turn at a 45-degree angle, and lose a crap ton of health, apparently. Ooh, okay then. That didn't work. I'm going to just try and see if that works on, like, solid ground instead. There's a chance that it doesn't work. Hold on. Oh, it doesn't look like it works, you know. Here's the thing, we're going to find out today if the corner glitch, the corner bug or whatever you want to call it, works on the Sega Saturn version of PlayStation. It's basically, you go up to a corner, you come at with a 45-degree angle. I see she's shifting to the left. I have a feeling it doesn't work. Let me know if... I'm just going to give up on it for now. Because I don't want to risk, you know, any more of my health, basically, on this level especially. But if you happen to know if it works on the Sega Saturn version, I'm taking for now the conclusion that it doesn't. But if you think, actually, yeah, no, it does work, I've got it working myself, then let me know. But for now, I'm just going to give up on it. Because that did not go as easily, certainly, as it did for the PlayStation version. What Lara's meant to do is gradually move into the wall. And then the game effectively sends through the message of, like, well, you can't be in a wall, so it puts her on top of the wall. In other words, on top of that block. And up there is a large medipack. Now, I think was meant to be reachable. Yeah, you can just about make it out with the texture. It's not the cleanest texture, I will say, but it is there. Okay. So we do get music here then. Do you know what? I didn't even remind myself of what's on the doors. Okay, I know that one of them, it's this lever and this lever that you pull. I don't know which door that is. We'll go down and find out in a bit. Is that one? No. Oh, it's the big one. Oh, it's the big one. Ugh. Okay, we're doing the largest door first. Apparently. Yeah, okay. So the way this level works, and I haven't explained it well at all yet, is all of these doors have these omegas and epsilon characters. The epsilon characters means you pull the lever, and the omega character means that you don't, you leave it up. And the difference that has... Okay, hang on. We don't need that. What am I saying the difference that has? The way that works is very similar to, like, the O and I symbols that you get in sort of computing or whatever. Like the on-off symbols. But Greek. Because epsilon is effectively like an I, and omega is effectively like an O. I'm just going to change my guns over. just because I know that, like, along this path we're going to be dealing with like bats and stuff, and it's not necessary, and enemies from a distance as well. That being said, wait, is this the longest one? I don't think it is, you know. I think this is... No, this one's not particularly long, I don't believe. Oh, God. It has got some of the trickiest jumps now. And, yeah, I wish we'd come to a save point already. To a save crystal. Okay. Okay, we're just going to be very, very careful. The whole time I'm on the Sega Saturn version, I am feeling very, very nervous. Oh, and I'm going to have to change camera in a bit as well. Okay. Yeah, okay, so this is actually quite a short one if I'm not mistaken. When I go to change gun, I will change camera. Because in here, we just have the one gorilla. Okay. I'm nervous. Like, what if I mess up this jump, you know? Thank you. Okay, so now we're through that. We get our first lead bar. And if you're familiar at all with sort of antiquity, then you'll know about Midas being the king who had the ability to turn everything he touched into gold. Let's just go off here. There we go. Right. There may or may not be a gorilla out here again. Sometimes after you complete a thing, there is. Okay. We're going to do this one next. This is a short one. Okay, it's the first lever down and all the rest of the levers up. Oh, I don't actually need to go through all this anymore, do I? Because I opened that gate at the bottom. See? Just forgetting everything. Like I said, I don't think there are any gorillas that come out when you open some of the doors, but I just get a feeling there might be. And because of these pillars, they kind of don't show up straight away, you know? Okay. In this room, we're going to use pistols. In here, we just have some rats. And it's going to give us some scary music. That In fact, it might be this room I'm thinking of. Maybe that other room is always silent. We do get our first save crystal now. Wait. That's not the button for that. That is. And this is definitely one of my favourites in terms of traps. Because it requires just very precise jumping, and it's that kind of thing that I really like playing in Tomb Raider. Very like precision-based puzzles. All right, let's get some of these rats. But I've got a lock on one of them, and there's one there as well. Oh, there you are. Okay. It sounds so scary, but it doesn't need to be. You know? I also have a feeling there's a save point at the end of this run. Like at the end of all of these. Oh. Right, okay. So the trick is you've really got to like think about where you're doing that first jump from. It's kind of got to be over exactly where like the fire is or was, like that hole in the ground. And then you've got to do just the right kind of curve so that you leave yourself with enough sort of running space to do the next jump going forward to, you know, each following pillar. Oof, don't like that. Oh no. If it all goes tits up. I was going to say, if it all goes tits up, we have the water we can drop into. Okay, yeah, I am certain there's a save crystal either on the left or right here in the PlayStation version. I'll let you know on the screen if I'm correct. I could be wrong. I often am. But we've got 2 lead bars already. So we're doing well. We've got 1 lead bar to go. And it is the longest one. It's the one I thought I opened first. But actually, the one I opened first was quite short. Okay. So we got a scrubbed out one, omega, epsilon, epsilon, omega. I'm pretty sure the scrubbed out one is still an omega. We'll know though. We can just see it from a distance, so it's not really that big of a deal. But this one does take a bit of time to get around. Where is it? That's sidestep. Yeah, sidestep being X and Z. That takes some getting used to. Doing the sidestep with the thumbs, with the right thumb in particular. I'm pretty sure that's omega. If not, then we'll soon find out. Okay, that made me jump, but you can't get up here, so that's okay. Right. And that confirms also that that door did open. Let's go get it. This one takes some time. It actually takes you, in a very cool bit of level design, it takes you on a roundabout tour of the entire level, and you see just how big this level is. It's very well designed. And I'm pretty sure most of the secrets... Oh, is there 3 or 4 secrets on this level? I really don't remember. But we go down there, and we're going to pull a block, and that's going to drag out from... It's going to leave a gap, basically, where a load of, like, I guess canonically it would be sand or something. It's going to just drop down and create like an avalanche of sorts. Just in case there's an item in here. I never remember if there's an item in here or not. There's not. But that room upstairs where we just came from will now be filled up with like a whole other floor texture. And with that, we can now go up here and access it. Where are you? Okay. Walk left. Look is Y. Oh, there you are. Whew. Felt like I was going to overshoot it. Okay. I don't know why I'm so nervous. It's rare that I get that kind of nervous on this level. It's because it's not the PlayStation version, which is the one I'm most comfortable with. That being said, I am quite used to the PC versions of this game as well now. Both the remaster and the original I've played. Okay. All the little differences now. There's so many little differences and they're all so interesting. So that room that I went into earlier with the 2 lions, that's up here, but we're going to come up to the top of it. And, oh wait, walk is that one. Yeah, nice and simple. We can just pick them up from a distance. Gorilla there. We'll get a couple of bats. Oh, okay, a gorilla on the ground floor. We're pointing at apparently. I believe this tune is called Palace Midas. Right, those are the bats taken care of. I don't know if I got that gorilla. No, he's still rocking and about. Alright, alright. Let him come this way. And there'll also be a crocodile in the water here as well. That gorilla is the one that's on the ground floor and no need to worry about him. Jumping over the water might trigger the crocodile to come out. I don't know what the triggers are for is that him coming? It's so hard to see with the texture of the water, you know? Nope, nope, that's not it. That's the one. So hard to know. Is he still swimming about? Like the texture of the water is so like heavy on the warped. Okay, no, that feels like he just died. Feels like he just died. Okay. We'll know soon enough. That's him dead. Okay. It's very hard to know like what's going on with the texture of the floor, so I'm just going to walk here because I have a feeling. Oh yeah, no, that's correct. Hey, secret. I couldn't remember if that was a secret or not. I know it's something I always go for. Oh God! There's a crocodile right behind me. Luckily, for some weird reason, lava swims faster than crocodiles. So I'm just going to put some distance between us before I climb out. Jesus. I'm just gonna leave that one. You can live today, mate. Because I've got other things to do. Particularly getting down from here. And the way I know to do this... Save crystal. There's not a save crystal there on the PlayStation version. I'll tell you that right now. I don't know how else you're meant to get down, but like I always get down via this. And I'm pretty sure that didn't have Uzi clips in it either. You know what? Let's get the shotgun out. Whenever we're dealing with these gorillas up front, up close. Well, that being said, though, we could pick him off from here, I guess. Let's try picking him off from up here. The coward's way. He's coming back, is he? No, he's not. The game is kind of programmed to, once you've got a lock on them, to have them run away. Let's use a more medipack. We are going to really use medipacks from this point in the game going forwards. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's not a save crystal here in the PlayStation version. Almost certainly. And you know what? I actually kind of prefer it. Because if that's the one that's usually at the end of the fire room, then it's better placed here. Honestly, having it at the end of the fire room is so pointless. Because it means that you've got to open the door again to use the other save crystal. Let's say you use it after doing the you know, avoiding the trap, avoiding the fire and all that. But then you want to use the other one and you want to have them spread out. Aha, there it is. Then you've got to open that door again just to get into that first bit of the room to, you know, use that save crystal. And it's such a pointless exercise. Right, that's not walk. That's not sidestep. That's sidestep on PlayStation. It's the right shoulder. Walk is left. Left shoulder. Okay. There you are. Now I'm very sure. No, they drop a couple of lions on us up here, or gorillas. And the idea is that if they knock us down, we are taking a lot of damage, or maybe even dead. So do I want to get my shotgun out here? I think I do. That's that. Okay. Right. Anything in here? Nope. Okay then. I've just saved it now, so I shouldn't be too nervous, should I? It's just, I feel like up high, I am going to mess up. One of these times I'm going to mess up which one is step and which one is roll. The shoulder button, the right shoulder button is roll. The left shoulder button is step. I use those in very different contexts. That is a bit I can grab, isn't it? Alright, let's do it. There it is. Yeah, okay. I swear that's more visible before on the other versions. And you can see this really does take us around. Because also we're going to go back into the main room in a bit. And then I think where it ends up is back in that room with the, like, what looked like a temple front. Where the gorillas all were. Or where they were coming from, at least. Oh, get out. Right, okay. Those bats, I swear, they don't usually trigger until you're over this chasm here. Oh, God. The textures. The dark textures. I mean, you know what? People are right. It does add a lot of atmosphere. And my Tomb of Qualopec video, which was the last time I played this particular level, is my most viewed gaming video to date. So I think people really do like to see this version of the game because it is kind of novel. Everyone's used to seeing the other versions. This one's a bit more rare. But yeah, it's not as easy on the eyes, I will say. I'm just going to change camera again quickly here. Oh, and yeah, that's right. The room we went into earlier with the secret and the crocodiles is underneath this one. So it's what I mean. Like this whole path. Jesus. That's not jump. And that's not walk. There we go. There we go. And this should bring us out, if I'm not mistaken. Where does this bring us out to? This should bring us out into that big room that had all the gorillas in earlier. At the beginning of the level. No, it brings us out here. Oh, well, okay. Right, okay. Luckily, I was granted a bit of time to figure out what button I needed to press. Is there usually music here? It's like a close to full-on time to run. There's different lengths of this tune, of all the tunes actually. This is a long version. I don't know if it's the longest version, but it's a long version of Time to Run. All that for one lion. Like, calm down. When it's like the Thor room, it's like one thing, you know? But when it's like a lion on a balcony, like, calm down, mate. Okay. Oh, is there a crocodile in here? There is. I was right. Okay, that is definitely dead, right? So hard to know. And also, I don't know if there's two crocodiles in there. Let's find out. Let's just go in and find out. God, it's so dark. Okay, no, we're fine. Right, okay, so I will have just played a whole bunch of the level without my camera recording again, but I will have, I will include it, and that's just an annoying thing. I might actually overdub it, I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, that's very frustrating. Okay, we've got something on the ground down there. Lion, is it? Looks like a lion. Looks like we've got two lions. Yeah, it's two lions, alright. I'm letting go of the lock to let the other one come back into shot, you know? Okay. Okay, there's one lion gone. And here comes the other one. Not the most intelligent of creatures, I've got to say. These particular lions. About as dumb as my cat. And then we get our third and final one of those doohickeys. And that's not the one. That is. Okay, and again down from here, that's another story. How do we do this? How are we doing this? Honestly, probably just dropping from here. And it's not the biggest load of damage, is it? It's always scary when that door just opens by itself. Oh, and this is how you get into the garden, isn't it? Now that I think about it. There's a lever in here. Bleh. Okay, that's definitely released a gorilla. I'm going to let him come to me. If it's on the ground level, it will definitely make its way towards me. And with the shotgun, it is... You can see the difference between it taking 1 or 2 shots is the proximity. You let the enemies get to you. I can't even hear him yet. I know you're out there. I know you're out here. No? Okay. Well, in that case, we're going into the garden. Where there are some gorillas. Let them come towards me. Come on then. Come on then. There you are. Whew. Okay. In the remaster version, in the Steam version, you got this sundial here, and you got like that Incan calendar in where is it? In caves, I believe it is. It's like right at the beginning of the game. And if you go up to them both and look at them using the look button, there's like a trophy you get for it. It's like look at 2 timepieces. Okay. There's a secret in this room. And it's one of the most violent secrets. Let's just try for it. Okay, so there's a hidden lever. It took me... Okay, that froze for a second there. It took me a long time to find this. Somewhere around here, there is a hidden lever. I just came across this one day while like... Because you find out that there is a secret in the level somewhere. And then finding everything, you know, you've really got to explore. It just tells you that there is a secret somewhere. I'll tell you now, I may end up getting killed here. Sometimes I get this wrong. Sometimes I get this very wrong. Ooh, made it. But then getting out, you've got to do the same thing going back out. And it is noisy. It's definitely a noisy secret. Where is it? I knew there's definitely more than one thing in there. Yeah, there's a medipack there. thought it was going to shut up for a second there. Okay, made it. Whew. Okay, now it shuts up. Okay, so that's that dealt with. We're nearly out of this level. Again, you see what I mean? The step button, the walk button, and the roll buttons being so disorienting when you go from PlayStation to Sega Saturn. It really messes me up. And I just know that on camera one of these days, I'm going to press the roll button when I mean to press the walk, and I'm going to fall off a very tall ledge. Oh, this is the Midas theme, I think. Yeah, there is a save crystal in here. I'm actually going to use it. And I'm not going to do the thing that everyone does. As much as people might like to see it for the Sega Saturn version, see how it plays out differently. Instead, I'm just going to do this properly. Where's this thumb? Yeah, it's on the same side as the PlayStation version. Okay. You go up to this. Okay. If I pressed the action button when I jumped there, I would have landed on it, and I would have turned into gold myself, which is basically an instant game over. So it's basically now changing the 3 lead bars into 3 gold bars. Wait. I hate how when you're in the menu, to select an item, you press the jump button, not the action button. On the Sega Saturn version, that is just a recipe for disaster. Because if you get confused when you're changing between those 2 buttons, you are liable to mess up and do something that you don't want to do. Jump basically when you don't want to jump, that kind of thing. Hi, okay. Onwards towards the 4th and final door of the main puzzle room. Why do I feel like I'm going to get jumped by something? I may well do. I mean, the differences between the version that I'm playing here and every other version is that there may be enemies placed in locations that you wouldn't expect. On this level alone, there's been a save point in a very different place, and all of the small differences outside of that, I couldn't tell you. Like, how many I may have come across and not noticed. Okay, it is the first and last ones. Or if you're just reading it from like a purely English perspective, then you might go, yoy! Sometimes, actually, when I was a kid and I wanted to remember them, I would be like, oh yo, or yoy, or something like that, and I'd be like, okay, well, what was the sound again? Oh yeah, it was this one. So it was like Y, O O O Y. Okay, and I think that will release a lion. Oh, I thought it was a live gorilla there. You know what? I think there are lines in here, but they come down a set of stairs, and so you get a bit of time. Not a load of time. Not a crap ton of time. I'm pretty sure that is the last enemy in this level. And we are nearly out of here. Now we've got the 3 gold bars. You'll see. Yeah, they still have a save point here. This is like one of those really pointless save points. So close to the end of the level. Absolutely pointless. But the game does a great job of signposting most things. This, on the other hand, it doesn't. Like, you see like 3 times. Did the ancient Greeks even use times in this regard? Like, in that kind of way? But yeah, 3 times gold bars. And I swear, like, when I first played this level, on the PlayStation version especially, that bit where it says 3 gold bars, it's not like a golden colour. It was more like a whitish colour than that. So I thought the 3 lead bars should work, and I was just there for ages. And then I was like, oh wait, there's that hand that turned me to gold. I wonder if that's got something to do with it. And then just messing around with it, I found that you stand on one side of it, you press X, and yeah, it worked. And hopefully that should have all the secrets, and if not, then whatever. That's the end of the level. 3 secrets out of 3. And it says 40 minutes. No, that's interesting. It says 40 minutes. I was playing on that level. My screen recording is saying it's been recording for 51 minutes. So, you know, if that's like a difference in frame rate or something, I don't know. But apparently this PAL version of Tomb Raider plays slower, according to a comment I saw. Who knows? But with that, we are done with Palace Midas. Next time I will be getting onto, is it the Cistern? One of my favourite levels in terms of design. Let's see what system we're going to be playing the Cistern on. It will be... oh, remastered? Remastered. Okay, we're back to the remastered version for the Cistern, which I don't know how to feel about. I mean, it's a good level, and it's going to be nice to be able to actually see most of the level. So please do join me for that one. I know that like the Sega Saturn version is very popular, and I may, if it continues to be like the more popular side of this series, I may just do a live stream at some point down the line where I play through the entire thing. I'll always be revisiting like a game like Tomb Raider. I play it at least once every couple of years through anyway, so you know, not quite as often as Ike or Gilo, but you know, enough. But yeah, please do join me for that video when I get round to that, which should be, I think, either next week or the week after. And feel free to check out the rest of the series if you haven't already, as well as the rest of my other retro gaming videos. I'm really enjoying going back through my old Sega Saturn games. Check out the rest of my channel for music discussion and Anglo-Romany stuff. And until next time, have a good one.